MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Baker Mayfield and the New York Giants taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Will be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Play fake. Mayfield. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. the running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Flushed out right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. There's Mooney with another catch. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Fields on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Buying time to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields, escaping the pressure right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw, Fields. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as the Bears push further out in front. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Defense. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
They go play action. Mayfield. That ball caught by Slayton. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Fields. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Flushed out right. Man open is Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield now. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, Mayfield. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Mayfield with it once more. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And his kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Fields. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And quickly, they get to the line. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. To the air again, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep...
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giants on. set to start the third quarter. And it's how we win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 29, Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flushed out right. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Fields. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Throwing again is Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at the time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On the handoff, Taylor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he's got room. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 38-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be brought down on what's going to turn turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Fields throw complete here to Komet. And he's got this down to the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, Fields. That's complete right side to Komet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now out come the Giants. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A first down throw for Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Once again, he finds Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Robinson's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Fields, eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Baker. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Connects with Slayton. 30. 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Allen Robinson with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bears are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Fields now to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they hit double digits in losses as